Hello, welcome back. Now, if you get a newspaper in the mornings, you'll know what part Julie Andrews has agreed to play at the Apollo in Hammersmith alongside Philip Schofield. Now, Philip, of course, is Dr. Dolittle. That's the musical. But what are you, Julie?
I'm a parrot, Richard.
This is a
I'm a parrot named Polynesia.
Yeah, this is, of course, the massively eloquent talking parrot from Dr. Dolittle.
That's right. She speaks 2,000 languages. She's 200 years old, and so she's a very classy dame.
And she is really the one that sort of teaches Dr. Dolittle to talk to the animals.
That's right, Karen, yes.
And it's a sort of hugely affectionate relationship between them.
Oh, she adores Dolittle and really coaches him through difficult times.
So does this mean, basically, that throughout the performance, because it's opening very soon, you sit in a little chair at the side of the stage with a microphone?
No, it's much more complicated than that. I have to pre-record everything that I say, and then a very talented sound man every night punches in my lines when they're supposed to be there.
Now, that's the kind of part I'd love. Just do it once.
I wouldn't like to be the sound man, but...
No.
Oh, well, that's good. And the parrot...
I hope he has a good understudy.
Is it a real parrot, or is it a robot parrot?
It's actually probably, I shouldn't say this, but it's several parrots, because she appears at different times and in different places. But there's one main parrot, really.
Oh, I love the magic of the
And
theatre.
she's not a real parrot, no.
No, okay. And you've flown in from LA to do this, and welcome back to London and England and all the rest of it. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
How's your voice? Because you had this operation on your vocal cords to get these nodules off.
Yeah, I had it about it's fine. I had it about a year ago, and much has been made of it, but in fact, it's doing very well.
Are you back singing and things with it?
I'm back practicing. I'm not actually singing in front of audiences because I don't feel ready.
No.
But it's getting better every day.
Well, so many singers have had that operation. I think Elton John had it, and as you say, it takes a little while for everything to settle down again, but it always comes back in almost all cases, doesn't it? I mean, it's not...
Well, I hope so. Thank you very much, Richard. I'll take your advice there.
Oh, just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must say, you look damn well. You look very, very well.
Thank you. I feel terrific.
Yeah?
I'm very happy to be here, very pleased to be doing this. It's a kind of interesting challenge, really.
You're great friends with Leslie Bricusse, who created Dr. Dolittle. Was it him, really, who kind of talked you into doing it?
I think so. He asked if I would consider it, and I read the script, and it seems such fun. And these days, everybody does so many different things in film and theatre and animated cartoons and things like that. And it seemed like a nice thing to be doing.
So whereabouts are you living now? Where do you live?
Actually, I live on the east coast of America with my lovely husband, and we live outside of New York.
What, north of New York, upstate New York, or down south?
We live on the island, actually, on Long Island.
Oh, wow, what a spot. And so,
it's pretty good.
So are you a naturalized American now, or do you still have a British passport?
No, I still have a British passport.
But what do you feel, when you're in America, do you feel like an English woman abroad, or do you feel like an American now?
Oh, it sounds awfully corny, but I really feel like I represent my country wherever I go.
Yes.
And so I feel I take a little bit of England and try to present it as best I can wherever I go. So that's why I've never become naturalized or anything like that, because I feel that it's kind of an obligation that I should try to do.
Isn't it funny, even in kind of cool cosmopolitan cities like New York or San Francisco or Los Angeles, there are still loads of people, like behind shops or at car parks, who ask for the accent, don't they? They say, would you just say that again? Because they just love the English accent, don't they?
Yeah, well, of course, it's the other way around for me. I just love, like, the Southern American accent from Georgia and places like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What kind of things do you like doing when you're back in London?
Oh, gosh. Obviously seeing family and friends, sometimes going to the theatre, or the ballet particularly. Just really what I have time for. A lot of the time I come in privately just to see family, and that's the important thing.
Would you tell me something? You know the exterior scenes in Mary Poppins where the children live? Was that a studio set, or was that...
Yes.
It was? Oh, because you see, I drive...
Yeah, and
Go on.
Go on.
All right, I was just going to say, the way I drive to work through Regent's Park, I go around this kind of a whole curve of those lovely Nash houses, and every time I go around it, I say to my kids, that's where they filmed Mary Poppins, but they didn't.
Well, you're not too far removed, because, funnily enough, my first spouse, my first husband, Tony Walton, designed that street and all the costumes on the film and the interior of that house, and obviously he drew from those beautiful Nash buildings.
Yes, they're lovely. Well, look, you've got one of our friends there, haven't you? Philip Schofield.
I sure do. Come in, Philip, and say hello.
Morning, team.
Good morning.
I gather he's an old friend, right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Like, you're opening, you start previewing in about 3 weeks' time. So how's it all going?
It's going really well. Can you imagine how much of a thrill this is?
Yes.
Oh, it must be
Yes,
fantastic.
I
Has Julie been able to give you any tips?
Oh yeah, lots, lots.
Well, I do keep sticking my nose in where it doesn't belong, I think, yes.
But that's the nature of the parrot, I have
Yeah,
to
well,
say.
she does have a very large nose, you know. There's a similarity there.
Can you imagine there are parts in the script where Julie, as Polynesia, says, "Darling boy," and you think, oh, can you imagine the thrill?
A lovely boy.
You've been getting more of the animals in this week. I know the push me pull you've arrived. So has that kind of really
first
started
time.
to change things?
The whole thing has changed this week because gradually the Henson Creature Shop have been introducing animals into our rehearsal studios, and we had the Push Me Pull You for the first time this week, and I ended up petting it. We've always just had people with hands, you know, and all of a sudden I found myself sort of stroking. I thought, I'm stroking someone's head here. There's someone's head inside. Really, for me, it was completely real.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So
That's the magic of the Henson puppets,
Yeah.
Muppets,
They
actually,
are.
because they are real. You completely forget there's someone inside.
I've fallen in love with Dab Dab the duck.
Yeah, I was saying state of the art about 5 years ago. Judy and I interviewed Miss Piggy in our studio, and even though I have to say this, even though behind the desk that we were all standing, we could see the guy, you know, with his hand up the stick and all that. We were relating to Miss Piggy like a real person, you know, because they're just so believable.
It takes seconds. It
Yeah,
takes
that's right.
seconds before when you've got it in front of you,
Yeah.
and it's just a moment, and then you know you forget anything that's around. You forget
Yeah.
all the mechanics and the electrics and the technology, and that's it. You are focused on the duck or on the pig or whatever.
Okay, well, listen, we're almost out of time. Just tell us again, what's the opening night? What's the opening date?
What is it, Philip?
The opening date is the 14th of July.
Right, and excuse me, will we have some tickets, please? Can you come
course.
down? Yes?
Yeah,
yes,
of
we'll have a
course.
look. All right.
Never bought one in your life, have you?
Oh, jolly well. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Look, listen, just don't turn us away like we got chucked out of the Virgin birthday party.
Your children will be welcome, sir.
Okay. And Julie, it's lovely to see you. And,
Nice to meet you both.
And welcome home. This is funny talking when we can't actually.
I know. You'll have to come in next time you're
Next
over.
time you're coming.
I'd
Anyway,
like to.
Will
very
you be
much.
there for the opening night?
I may not be there for the opening, but I am coming back. And I shall probably see it while it's in preview and make some adjustments if necessary,
Exactly.
things like
You
that.
can just make sure that Philip has taken your notes on board.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Would I forget?
Well, listen, you guys have got a press call to go to now, haven't you? You've got a press conference that
Indeed.
you're holding. Okay,
Yes.
well, don't take any nonsense from them. Give as good as you get. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Very good luck.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Isn't she nice?
Lovely.
lovely?
Just lovely.
Okay, we have one more break to go, and then...